Hello there, you beautiful souls. We're back at it again here at Truthseeker Nation, speaking the truth, nothing but the truth. As always, nothing's going to change here at Truthseeker Nation. We're always going to be speaking up on things that a lot of people don't speak up on and things that need to be spoke up on. Alright? Now, I released a video yesterday speaking up about narcissistic abuse. Okay? And this video is going to touch a little bit more and delve a little bit more into that and speaking on matters such as narcissistic abuse, and I really feel like it's an important thing to speak up on because a lot of times these abusers will corner and trap innocent souls that are seeking to do great things in the world. And whether those great things be getting up on stage, doing music, or whether that be just donating to an animal shelter to help out the animals there, okay? Whatever that person or greatness that person has cooking up deep inside, it's almost like those people that get abused have a certain light about them, don't they? You see a lot of those individuals are really outgoing. They're doing their thing, and not only are they doing things to better themselves and doing things that they enjoy, but those things that they are doing could be making a positive impact on another innocent, generous soul in the world who sees that and then gets inspired by that. And see, there goes that train, right? There goes that positivity train. And a lot of times, you have that light about you. You have that extreme positive light about you. And there'll be individuals around you that will be jealous. They'll be jealous because even though it's not a physical thing that you can see, when I say someone's light, I'm not saying that they're walking down the street and they're literally glowing, okay? But when I mean, what I mean by light is that positivity that they radiate, It's something about that person when you're around them. They radiate a beautiful aura that keeps you around that person, keeps you coming back and saying, hey, I'm really enjoying being around you. I'm really enjoying just hearing your voice and hearing you talk. And that's what I mean by there is something special, right? And we all have that, right? You just have to dig deep inside. And some people refuse to dig that deep because there's shadows that they don't want to face. There's shadows about themselves that they don't want to face. So then when they see somebody else doing great things and they see somebody else elevating the minds of others, it forces individuals to look within themselves and to start to face things that they don't want to face. Okay? And Now, there's everybody has a different mindset, right? These abusers, they have different upbringings too, and I touched base on this in my previous video about how all it is those individuals have went through is just trauma that they have been put through. So they are traumatized by this. They are not recognizing the spots deep inside to target, to try to start healing where they were hurt. And then they get in this cycle where the only thing that they respond in the only way they know how, right? And now that doesn't excuse any kind of behavior, any kind of abuse, all right? Absolutely not. It doesn't excuse anything, because at the end of the day, everybody has free will. And what you do with that free will can make or break you, okay? And you can choose. You have that ability to choose to not let evil entities take over your vessel, to want to perpetuate all these things Samael wants. The devil wants people to abuse people, wants to see sadness, wants to see misery. Okay, these are all things of the angel of deceit. Okay, and they're things that there are things that he wants to continue. He wants you to keep doing that. He wants you to keep, hating on individuals, or, because it's, as I said, and a lot of people aren't aware of it, or these abusers, I should say, in particular, that are choosing to do this to individuals, and choosing to make their lives a living hell. You know what I mean? And there are certain things that we need to stop and think, that am I using my free will and allowing these entities to take over, to want you to do these, greedy, selfish acts that cause you to want to put somebody else down because that person is shining so bright and doing so well and so positive that it irritates those demons that are controlling your vessel. Hence why the term light irritating demons is a thing. Because a lot of times people are making choices that they aren't aware, that they really aren't aware they're making. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. That's what I wanted to say. These people will make these oaths and say, "Oh yeah, I can do that," and we can go do that, and let's have a whole group target this one individual because this individual is just irritating our demons too much. So let's just go ahead and start bothering him. And at the time, you may have thought, "Oh yeah, look at it, we're a pack of wolves. What can this guy do? You're just a sheep there, and we're a bunch of wolves, and we're surrounded. You're surrounded and you're cornered, right?" But I'm a big advocate of being aware and staying vigilant of wolves in sheep's clothing. it's, and I really resonate with that term, and I'm gonna explain to you why, and I've explained it numerous times, but I'm more than happy to explain it again. But they could be anywhere. They could be religious leaders. They could be, top individuals with power, head leaders of organizations. You don't know where these wolves in sheep's clothing can be at. Wolves in sheep's clothing, I should say. You don't know where they can be at. And here's the thing. Check it out. Wolves can also, they may be able to dress up in, sheep's clothing to try and harass and corner these innocent sheep, right? And let's put this into perspective for you guys. Imagine you're in a flock of sheep, right? And I know that the individual watching this message here, you're part of that flock. You're part of that flock of sheep, right? You're looking for your way. And you may be in the midst of a flock that is getting led in a certain direction, okay? But lions, one of my favorite animals, the epitome of strength, bravery, and courage. Can also put on sheep's clothing, okay? Just keep that in mind. Wolves aren't the only ones with tricks up their sleeve. Also, lions are very cunning, okay? And what do you think happens when wolves think they have a sheep cornered that they aren't aware is a lion? All right? And I don't really need to go into detail about how one wolf up against a lion is going to end up, let alone a pack of wolves. Doesn't matter how many they are, okay? Because let me tell you something, those wolves, they're going to see that lion and going to be like, oh shit, I don't want to fuck with him. All right? And now, when they've done this to a lion in sheep's clothing for as long as they have, and then turn around, find out that sheep's clothing has been taken off and has been revealed that it's really a lion, now they're trapped because they don't have anywhere to go, okay? Just like the wolves tried to lead an innocent sheep and cornered them in a direction where they thought they had them. They thought that, oh, you can't do anything. You're just an innocent sheep. They prey on sheep, okay? But see, lions lead the sheep, all right? There are some sheep that don't even realize that there are lions hidden within the sheep's flock, okay? So I wanted to put that in perspective for you guys. Now, I talk about narc abuse, okay? These innocent, beautiful souls, they get terrified because of the psychological manipulation that these abusers will do, because it's not all just physical, guys. Some of the most deadliest abusers are psychological, and some of the most deadliest abusers haven't even laid a finger on their victims. Haven't laid not one finger, but have left that individual in such a messed up state that they feel like they can't even speak out. They feel like that whole experience that they had with that person, that they were the problem. When in reality, that beautiful soul shining so bright is not the problem. As a matter of fact, far from the problem. The problem is what I just discussed when I turned this video on, was where you're doing so much good, and these individuals, these abusers will eye that, and these people that they'll take note of that, and they'll eye that, and it'll piss them off, because in their mind they're thinking, "Oh, fuck you! Why are you doing that?" They get all mad. Okay, and it's all because you bring out something in that individual that they refuse to heal and refuse to look at. All right? And I want you to know that if you have gone through any kind of, and not just narcissistic abuse, but any kind of abuse in general, just know that my heart goes out to you, and I hope that all the love that I really show will pour through the screen, because let me tell you something, guys. That shit ain't easy to go through, all right? And any individual that has gone through that has the heart, strength, and courage of a lion, all right? Because those are the true ones that's going to be the leaders in the new earth. Okay? In this new earth. Those are the real ones. The real motherfucking G's. Okay? That have the strength to stand up to this kind of abuse. And if not, then I hope that what I'm saying may inspire you to start speaking about what you've been through. Take your power back. Don't let these individuals think that they'd have you cornered, because they don't. They don't. You know, all you need to know is that you have the strength to persevere. You have the strength to make it through. No matter the odds. Just think about David and Goliath. No matter the odds. Doesn't matter. All those people that are sending you hatred and sending you evil eye and sending you all this kind of crap to try to slow your progress down. Don't let them. Don't let them think that they have any kind of power over you, because they don't. Because guess what? All you need to do is speak your truth, because you, deep inside, know what you went through. Especially the ones that have undergone this horrific psychological abuse. Those are some of the most damning cases. The damning situations where it's not even physical, guys. It's not even physical. It's all mental. Excuse me. It's all mental. And sometimes physical abuse is thrown in the mix alongside of mental. And sometimes it's all mental. Sometimes it's all physical. Any kind of abuse. I looked a lot into gang stalking today. Okay? There are individuals out there where entire groups have stalked a targeted individual. Do you guys believe that? If you don't believe me, just look it up. Do some research Homework. Spark the brain. Get the hamster wheel rolling. Because a lot of times, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, the hamster wheels in our brains, they stay stagnant. All right? They're not moving. You had to get this moving. Get thinking. You know what I mean? Because the problem is that the controllers of this world are literally seeing people break through their chains, and they're terrified. They know they can't do anything to stop it. So be that voice of the voiceless. Okay? Because that voice is a powerful one. Whether you know it or not, having your voice heard is one of the most important things. Especially if it's something that you've undergone and somebody has gone out of their way to have this whole scheme plotted against you. Okay? Again, my heart goes out to any survivor of any kind of abuse of any kind. All right? You are such a strong individual. So strong. Don't let these wolves continue biting at your ankles. You know, Spirit's implying me to talk about this experience because it's an experience that I had, but in the dream state, I was dreaming one night. I experienced a very real and very vivid dream that was amazing. It touched my heart in so many ways, and it made me look at things from a different perspective. So in my dream, I had a group of friends that were with me, okay? And all of a sudden, we were walking around, and this lion came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, all of my friends around me, everybody, we devised a plan. They had everybody was running around. They were getting their weapons, They were trying to set up traps for the lion. They were trying to shoot and kill this lion that was trying to kill our group, right? It just came out of nowhere. And one by one, everybody in the group just fell. And I would run from the next couple of individuals to find that the lion has chewed them up. I would run to the group of 3 individuals with a trap behind me, find that the lion got through that. And before I knew it, a group of friends around me were dead. And I was the only one standing. And right when I was in that corner and felt that it was game over for me, the most awesome thing happened in my life, and I almost want to cry talking about it right now, right? That lion that I thought was going to game over for me, the lion starts coming up to me and starts rubbing his head all over me and lays down with me. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? Speaking of a lion, we have a visitor, okay? All right. He just wanted to do his little featurette, all right? But it was amazing because that dream represented so many things and caused me to get deeper and farther into my spiritual journey. Because the one thing out of that dream, the one thing that I thought was out trying to end me, it was the complete opposite. The lion, I was literally towards the end of the dream, before I woke up, I was literally laying with the lion, and I wasn't even worried anymore. I was a little confused and nervous at first, but the lion, I learned the real message behind that I really got out of that too was learning that the group of people I had around me actually was not for me. Okay? And it made me realize that there are people that may be doing things behind your back, unbeknownst to you, that could be so damning to you, and you're not even aware of it. This is why I'm such a big advocate for wolves in sheep clothing. Against wolves in sheep's clothing. Let me make that clear. My words are a little tongue twisted up there. Had to make sure I clarify that. Okay. And this is an inspirational message to any soul out there that has been backed into a corner, that feels like they don't have any way out. Because I'm going to tell you something, and let me know, and I'm going to let you know a really strong and powerful message that I had to hear, okay? That I had to hear straight from Father himself, and that was, you need not fear any man, okay? You need not fear any man. I'm going to say it a third time. You need not fear any man. Alright? The only person you need to be worried about and talking to and making sure that you're on good terms with and making sure that you're on the right path is our Heavenly Father. Okay? You don't need to be scared of any man. Alright? Because I'm going to tell you something real quick. A lot of these wolves aren't even aware of it themselves, but they also have a bright ass light shining right on them. And the purpose of that light right there is to shine on all the bullshit that they've been doing behind the scenes. Alright? It's a different kind of light than what I talked about in the beginning of this video. It's a different kind of light, you know. Those individuals don't give off light. They give off dark. And they have dark skeletons in the closet. Everybody's got skeletons in the closet. But these individuals are going around parading like they have all this power and think that the evil deeds that they've done behind the scene haven't been seen, right? And now that light is being shined on that and shined on those evil deeds that these individuals have done behind the scenes. And even Cody agrees, okay? And hi, buddy. It's time for these individuals that have been constantly had their ankles bitten by wolves over and over again for so many years to finally come out and speak out about this. Because for those of you that haven't undergone any kind or haven't been through that abuse, I'll tell you, it's not easy to go through. Okay? And I can 100% agree with you and say that there was a point in my life where I didn't want to speak up about any abuse, or I didn't want to speak up about anything that was going on with me. But the time is nigh to speak up and call it how we see it. Again, I'm going to say this over and over again. If you've undergone any kind of abuse of any kind, my heart just goes out to you, okay? You know, it's the ones that have been drugged through the mud the most that have the biggest heart, I've found in my experience. And even though those individuals may bring out some hard truths, maybe that's your sign to take a step back and maybe have a different kind of perspective. Instead of having an emotional reaction every time you hear something that inflames you or irritates you, maybe you just need to pop that chill pill and maybe look at it from a different perspective. Okay? That's all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, guys. And I hope that you're doing well and that this message finds you well. Don't let any of these wolves try and gaslight you. You know exactly what experience you've been through. Alright? Just look deep inside and ask Father to give you that lion spirit. Alright? And with that lion spirit, you'll find that you're able to do things that you weren't able to do before. Okay? I hope the individual watching this has a beautiful day. And that your soul was brightened by what I had to say today. Because that's what it's all about, you know? If you can touch somebody and leave that positive mark on them, that's all you need to know. And that's all you... It's a beautiful thing. Alright? I'm going to just leave it at that. For me. Alright? That's why one of my favorite pictures is lion laying with the sheep. Not eating them. Right? It's all about being a strong, courageous leader. Right? So just keep doing what you're doing, alright? Keep fighting the good fight. Especially here at Truth Seeker Nation. Okay? Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And that your soul continues to radiate so much positivity and greatness. Okay? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that that positivity and love has poured to your end of the screen. And thank you for the energy exchange. Okay? Father loves you. I love you. I hope you guys have a wondrous, beautiful day. This is Truth Seeker, signing off. Bye-bye, guys.